Hey everyone, it's Dr. Bill with Movement First Health and Wellness, and today is Form Friday. I wanted to go over hip hinging today. This is something that I've been seeing a lot of issues with, whether it's me at a workout or with people talking about having issues with their back or hips. This is something that I'm consistently having to fix, and it is a hip hinge. So making sure that we are hinging at our hips and not overstressing our backs or our knees or hamstrings in the process. So I'm going to give you 3 little cues that I want you to focus on next time you are doing your hip hinging, which is deadlifting, leading into a squat, needing it for lots of different leg motions. So first cue is going to be keeping your ribs and your pelvis connected, and I even like to have people drop their ribs. So pretending there's a steel bar or your abs between your pelvis and your ribs, that when you bend over and come back up, you're not rounding your back and extending your back to gain the motion. If you're doing that, you're going to put a ton of tension on your low back. It's not going to work out the hip muscles that you want to be hitting, and it's going to end up making you be pretty uncomfortable. Next is going to be making sure that we are hinging at the hips and then pushing forward at the hips, almost like we're doing a standing bridge. That's why we do bridges, right? Is so that we have that nice hip extension at the top point and then being able to hinge down. So again, keeping our ribs and our pelvis together, hinging and then driving forward like you're at the top of a bridge as you're standing up. So again, when you're standing up, your hips should be like you are at the top of a bridge. All right, and the last one, the third thing, having your hips open, having your hips slightly rotated out so that when you are bringing your pelvis through it, it has room to go. If your hips are rotated in, you're not gonna have far to go. It's gonna put way more stress on your hips and your low back. So again, from the side, we got our ribs connected to our pelvis. We are hinging at our hips, keeping our hips open so that we have plenty of room to go, and then we're coming back up using that bridge form, keeping our hips open and using those glutes and not too much of the back from the front, keeping those ribs and pelvis connected, hinging forward, keeping our hips open, sitting our butt back, and then driving up to get that beautiful hip hinge. So again, using that hip hinge for a squat, using it for a deadlift, using it for lunges, whatever you're using it for, you want to make sure that you are doing it well so that you're not overstressing other parts of your body and understressing your glute muscles. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you guys all have a great weekend.